Oskaloosa Indians basketball is on the air, live on KBOE.
And all over the world at KBOEradio.com and the mobile app.
Brought to you by Lighton State Bank, Northern Mahaska Specialty Care, Pella Printing, Edward Jones Investments, Oskaloosa Vision Center, Malcolm Lumber, Community First Credit Union, Mahaska Drug, Hawkeye Real Estate, Clow Valve Company, Robert Auld Investments, Certified Pest Control, Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, Falvey Lumber and Hardware, Bank Iowa, The Rock Island Tap, Quincy Place Mall, Fred's Muffler Shop, and Pella Regional Health Center. Your Keys to the Game sponsor is Craig Ford.
And now, Oskaloosa Indians basketball action on the No Coast Network.
It is senior day at Oskaloosa High School and the final regular season game for the Oskaloosa girls as they take on the Norwalk Warriors. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joe Lancello. Thanks for joining us on KBOE FM and the No Coast Network and KBOEradio.com. Oskaloosa coming into tonight's game with a record of 2-17 overall, 1-11 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. The Indians coming off a 55-34 loss at Pella Christian on Thursday night. Norwalk comes in 5-15, 2-10 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. They just played less than 24 hours ago. They lost at home to Dallas Center Grimes last night, 65-40. And the one win that Oskaloosa has in the conference came at Norwalk. That was back on December the 18th. The Indians winning that one 41-36. Amanda Fay with a dozen points to lead the Indians that night, but the big difference was free throw shooting. The Indians made 20 of 26 at the foul line. Norwalk 0 for 5 at the line. So that's a 20-point difference, and one free throw here or there could have just ended the game with Norwalk winning by a slight margin. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for this afternoon's game and run down some of the girls' basketball scores from yesterday afternoon in the region. We'll be back in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBOE FM and the No Coast Network.
Whether you have great credit, not so great credit, or even no credit at all, everyone is welcome at Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. And if your credit score is not so great or even bad, we have the vehicles with extra rebates and incentives to help you rebuild your credit and get you into a nice, dependable vehicle. So whether your credit is great or not so great, let my staff at Craig Ford in Oskaloosa help get you into a nicer, more dependable vehicle.
See what See First has for you. Crazy good rates. Complete convenience. Cash for what you need. Capital to grow. Join the crowd. Try us. Join us. Because together is better.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we're proud to keep the Oskaloosa Indians and their fans safe and feeling good on and off the field. Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy is the expert in injury care, orthopedics, and sports rehab, with a new facility in Oskaloosa, complete with an open gym area in addition to several private treatment rooms. If pain is bugging you, come see the experts at Kinetic Edge for a free injury screen. Find out more, including why the Oskaloosa Indians trust Kinetic Edge, at kineticedgept.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Tyler Van Welden, your local expert at Malcolm Lumber. At Malcolm Lumber, we pride ourselves in being your local lumberyard. We boast competitive prices that you find at the big box stores and unmatched service that the big box stores can't provide. Our one-on-one service is what sets us apart. Our knowledgeable experts are here ready to help build you a better future. And thanks to the community for having us all these years.
You can continue to find Malcolm Lumber at our 3 locations in Grinnell, Montezuma, and Oskaloosa. Malcolm Lumber is here for you, start to finish.
And we're live. Welcome back to Oskaloosa High School. I'm Joe Lancello. High school basketball on the way with the Oskaloosa girls against Norwalk. Following that at about 4:30, the Oskaloosa boys will take on Norwalk. Norwalk having clinched the Little Hawkeye Conference Championship. The Indians still with a chance to finish second if they are able to win out their final 3 games. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for this afternoon. First of all, for the Norwalk girls, Jaden Lammers will start in the backcourt. She's a 5'3" sophomore, averaging 4.8 a game. Hannah Elchis is a 5'5" senior, averaging 1.3. Gianna Belizzi is a 5'7" senior, averaging 11.4 a game. Their leading scorer on average, but the player with the most points on Norwalk is Jocelyn Bice, a 5'7" freshman. She's averaging 9.5 points a game and 2 assists. And Olivia Johnson rounds out the 5 for Norwalk. She's a 5'7" freshman, averaging 5.9 points a game, and also their leading rebounder, averaging 6.3 rebounds a game. Jill Martin, the coach of Norwalk, 5-15 overall, 2-10 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. With it being senior night, all 4 Oskaloosa seniors will be in the starting lineup tonight. Emma Kelderman, a 5'8" senior, averaging 1.6 a game. Lindsay Holmberg, also in the backcourt, a 5'5" senior, averaging 3.7 a game. Lindsay came back on Thursday night after missing 4 games because of a concussion and played pretty well, scoring 7 points. And Coach J.C. White of the Indians saying that Lindsay will not have any limitations on her playing time or anything like that. Good news. Marley Denberger is a 6' senior, the Indians' leading scorer, averaging 8 a game. Ashley Dross is a 5'9" senior, averaging 4.9 a game. And the odd woman out as far as class goes is Kaylee Johnson. She's a 5'6" sophomore, averaging 3.1 a game. J.C. White, the coach of Oskaloosa, the Indians 2-17. J.C. White and the Indians 1-11 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. And now our keys to the game, brought to you by Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. First of all, the Indians can play with confidence. They have beaten this team before this season, so they know they can do it. Second of all, another key is going to be free throws. The Indians getting to the line as often as they did in the first meeting at Norwalk will help, and also the Indians have been shooting almost 66% of the free throw line over the last 4 games. Oskaloosa also with a height advantage. The tallest starters for Norwalk are 5'7", and they've got a couple of players off the bench who are 5'9". The Indians do have a size advantage there. And then last and certainly not least, turnovers. The Indians have struggled with that all season, and they'll have to do their best to avoid turning the ball over tonight. Those are our keys to the game, brought to you by Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBOE-FM in Oskaloosa. We'll be back with the opening tap, Oskaloosa and Norwalk girls basketball, when we come back in 3 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
For over 30 years, Pella Printing has been leading the way in the print industry with quality equipment, modern facilities, and skilled staff. The Pella approach combines old-world craftsmanship with today's cutting-edge technology to provide brilliant printed products at a value price. They take the time to understand clients' needs from design to pre-press to printing and delivery to build lasting relationships with their customers. Whether you need personalized graduation announcements, oversized posters and banners, marketing materials, or stationery, Pella Printing offers a broad assortment of quality printed products done with speed and precision. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
Hi, I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Amber Coffee.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Brandon Kane.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Jennifer Main.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Jason Rosenboom.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Austin Norris.
If your saving for retirement strategy involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," you need to talk with an Edward Jones Financial Advisor. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. For sound financial advice, contact your local Edward Jones professional today. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Oskaloosa Vision Center's hometown doctors have strong roots in Oskaloosa and are dedicated to serving the community. We use state-of-the-art equipment to provide high-quality, professional eye care through comprehensive eye exams, medical care for eye infection and disease treatment, as well as emergency aid and pre- and post-operative care. With our large variety of prescription glasses, sunglasses, and contact lenses, we strive to meet the needs of all patients, from newborn to adult. Oskaloosa Vision Center. Come see us today.
Keep up to date on what's going on at the Quincy Place Mall in Ottumwa by joining our text club today. Simply text QPM to 64600. You will receive reminders of our sidewalk sales and other events. Also, when you join our text club, you will be entered for a chance to win a gift certificate. So join our text club today. Text QPM to 64600 and don't forget to like us on Facebook. We'll see you at the Quincy Place Mall at 1110 North Quincy Avenue in Ottumwa.
Water is more than just a source of life. We have fun with it, clean with it, grow with it, save lives with it. How water gets to us is rarely ever thought about. But at Clow Valve Company, water is never taken for granted. We design and build some of the most advanced water valves and hydrants in the world from one of the cleanest, greenest, and safest facilities in the United States. Clow Valve Company, it's more.
Back at Oskaloosa High School, I'm Joe Lancello. The starters have been introduced for Norwalk. The Warriors will wear purple shirts with white letters and numbers and white trim. Oskaloosa in the traditional home white shirts with the maroon numbers and maroon trim. You probably noticing that the reserve Oskaloosa players are wearing pink t-shirts. This is also Coaches versus Cancer Day here at Oskaloosa High School. The school is putting together a fundraising effort all day. There's a silent auction going on here at the gym, so if you haven't made your way over here yet, come on, there's time for you to do that, so come on over and make a bid on some of the silent auction items. Proceeds will go to the Career Center the Cancer Center at Mahaska Health Partnership. And Indians coach J.C. White and her marketing class are doing a lot of work to spearhead this thing. So many thanks to them for all of their efforts. And the silent auction goes until the start of the third quarter of the Oskaloosa boys game. So again, time for you to come on down here and also contribute to a great cause, Coaches versus Cancer. Oskaloosa will go left to right in the home white with maroon as we get things started here. It'll be Denberger jumping center against Olivia Johnson. Denberger with a 5-inch height advantage, and the Indians win the tap going from left to right. Lindsay Holmberg into the front court between the circles, man to man. Looks at the start. Here's a pass for Dross, left block, overshot the basket, and Lammers the rebound. Jocelyn Bison to the front court. One of the top freshmen, certainly in the Little Hawkeye Conference. Polizzi left wing as they work the ball around the perimeter. Lammers in the lane for Bice. Ball knocked away and a shot knocked down by Gianna Belizzi. And Norwalk with a 2-0 start. No pressure from Norwalk defensively. The Indians have it quickly into the front court. Holmberg left of the lane, driving all the way, and call for a double dribble. First Oskaloosa turnover. Norwalk playing right to left in the traveling purple with white. Bison to the front court, Belizzi left wing. Around a Johnson screen to the right. Pass on the far side, nice save to keep it from going into the Oskaloosa bench. Bice driving, dumped it down low for Johnson. The ball was blocked by Drost. Thought the officials might call a held ball, but they don't, and the Indians have it. Drost high post left, Kilderman left wing, work it back in the lane for Drost. Off for Denberger outside the arc on the right, and they call 3 seconds on the Indians. Second Oskaloosa turnover. 6:34 to go first quarter. Norwalk up 2-0. Final regular season game for both teams. They'll start the Class 4A playoffs on Wednesday night. Belizzi left wing, pass down low, caught by Johnson on the run, dumps it off for Elchis on the left. Now Belizzi driving the lane, puts up the floater from 8, and it drops down. Belizzi with all 4 points in the game. Norwalk 4-0, 6:10 to go in the first. Johnson for Kelderman, left wing. Back out for Johnson. Now Holmberg between the circles. Lindsay gives back for Kelderman left. Trying to lead Drossen into the left block, but overthrew her. The ball goes out of bounds. Norwalk basketball. Bison in the front court of the far sideline near the hash mark. Gets a screen, drives in the lane, puts up a 10-footer. That's off the bracket, no good. Denberger, the Oskaloosa rebound. Jennings down in the front court on the right wing. Backs up at the arc, finds Kelderman, high post right. Lob down low, collected by Dross. Shot didn't go. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Olivia Johnson, and the ball will stay with Oskaloosa. Amanda Fay, a 6-foot sophomore into the Oskaloosa lineup, replacing Ashley Drost. Indians on the inbound baseline right as they attack the basket to our right. Inbound came in for Fay, but was taken away by Olivia Johnson. Fourth Indians turnover. 5:20 to go in the quarter. Belize in the front court. Left corner, Lammers left wide open for a three. Overshot it. Denberger the rebound. Indians looking for their first points. Holmberg in the front court, guarded by Belize. Pass on the far side. Somebody zagged when they should have zigged, and it picked off. And a layup try by Bice doesn't go. And Kaylee Johnson, the other wife for Oskaloosa, stops right of the lane. Gives it for Holmberg, driving to the basket. Shot short, but a foul. And Lindsay Holmberg to shoot two with 4:48 to go in the quarter. First foul of the ball game is on Jaden Lammers, her first. That's it with free throws. The Indians went to the line 26 times in the first game against Norwalk. And that aggressiveness of going to the basket can make a big difference. Holmberg made the first free throw. The Indians on the board trailing 4-1 with 4:48 to go in the first. Holmberg second, around and out. Fay had the rebound, lost it. It will go to Norwalk. 4-1 Indians trailing. No pressure defensively from Oskaloosa as Bice brings it into the front court. The freshman has it between the circles. Belize on the right wing near the hash mark. She'll back pedal on the dribble. Looking for a cutter, goes around to the left. Now for Lammers from the left wing to the top. Bounce pass for Bice on the right. She'll drive in the lane. Back up, 16-footer up and off. Denberger another rebound. Indians doing a nice job on the boards. They've got a 5-2 advantage unofficially so far with 4:13 to go in the first. But they trail 4-1. Kelderman at the front court gives it for Holmberg. Lindsay, left-hand dribble in the lane. Kelderman, left corner. For Kaylee Johnson, high left. Kaylee Johnson for Oskaloosa. Olivia Johnson for Norwalk. They are not related. Holmberg almost lost the dribble at the top of the key. Gives it for Denberger. Fay, right block, turnaround shot short. Fay got her own rebound up. No, and a foul. And Amanda Fay to the line to shoot two. Olivia Johnson commits the foul for Norwalk, her first, team second. Amanda, a 50% free throw shooter, averaging 4.3 points a game. First free throw around and out. First substitution for Norwalk, Kennedy Wright, a 5'9" senior, comes in, replacing Olivia Johnson. Fay gets the second free throw, 1 out of 2, and the Indians cut the gap to 4-2 with 3:44 to go in the quarter. Bice to the right for Lammers to the hash mark far side. Lammers driving to the top. Bounce pass a little low for Belize and taken away by Holmberg. Second Norwalk turnover. Kelderman left wing. For Fay, left block. Gets it back out for Denberger. Now Kaylee Johnson on the right wing at the right corner. Out for Holmberg, left-hand dribble, drive in the lane. Shot doesn't go. Fay the Oskaloosa rebound. Johnson for Holmberg at the three-point mark. Back for Fay, right block. Johnson, 16-footer, little bit too long. And out just the rebound for Norwalk. 3 minutes ago in a fast-moving fourth quarter, Oskaloosa down 4-2. Belize high in the right side. Around an Elchis screen to the top. Now Lammers, whose ponytail is so long you can't see the number 5 on her shirt. On the back of her shirt, here's a 3 from Belizzi. That's good from the left wing. Belizzi with all 7 Norwalk points. The Warriors up 5-2 with 2:35 to go in the quarter. Kelderman on the hash mark far side. Guarded by Bice. Emma picked up her dribble, and we've got a pushing foul called on Norwalk. Faye was trying to post up on the left side, and she got bumped from behind by Kennedy Wright. Wright's first foul, third team foul on Norwalk. Number 14, Macy Creer, into the game for the first time, a 5'4" freshman. And Ashley Dross comes back in for Oskaloosa as Faye and Johnson are out. Here's Denberger with a floater in the lane, up and in. Indians' first field goal of the night. Marley's first 2 points. Indians trail 7-4 with 2:17 to go in the first. Bice high in the right side, driving toward the lane, stop their triple team. Getting it back out for Belizzi. Or check that is Bice from the free throw line. Shot no good. Dross the rebound, trying to get the Elchis away from the ball. Elchis trying to reach in and get a tie-up, but doesn't. Denberger on the near side. Driving, shot up, overshot it, rebound. And a foul. Kilderman and Bice were competing for the ball. No, they're going to say Bice had it, but she stepped over the baseline. Indians inbound baseline left with a minute 43 to go in the quarter. Holmberg from the left wing to the top of the key. Now high in the right side, pass for Denberger. Marley in the lane, puts up a 6-footer, around and out, rebound, Dross, put back up and in. Ashley Dross first basket. Indians within 1 at 7-6 with a minute 20 to go in the quarter. And Norwalk will take a timeout. It's a short timeout. We'll keep things here. Norwalk in the lead over Oskaloosa 7-6 with a minute 15 to go in the quarter. Girls basketball last night, I mentioned Norwalk had a game. They lost at home to Dallas Center Grimes 65-40. Also in the Little Hawkeye Conference for girls, Grinnell beat Pella 62-39. Elsewhere, Ottumwa over Des Moines Roosevelt 58-49. Van Meter beat Knoxville 60-48. And with the Indians set to play Washington in the first round of the playoffs on Wednesday night, Washington lost to Mount Pleasant 45-43 last night. Norwalk on the inbound at the hash mark on the far side in front of the Oskaloosa bench. Just over a minute to go in the opening quarter. Lammers right wing near the sideline. On top for Elchis. Gives left for Bice. Now between the circles for Lammers. Quickly for Elchis on the right wing. Driving to the basket. Shot up and in. Someone else from Norwalk on the score sheet. Elchis first bucket. 9-6 Norwalk. 47 seconds to go in the quarter. Denberger left or right wing throws it across for Kelderman in the lane for Dross. Her shot was blocked. Indians get it back. Denberger left-hand dribble lane, splits a triple team, lost the ball, and it will go to the Norwalk Warriors with 31.2 to go in the quarter. Olivia Johnson will come back in for Norwalk to replace Kennedy Wright. No defensive pressure from Oskaloosa as Norwalk bring it across midcourt. Bison in the front court with 27. Now will yo-yo the dribble. Kelderman not close enough to her. Now they move the ball to the right corner. Lammers. Right block Belizzi. Back out for Elchis with 14. Elchis driving left to the lane. And they're going to call a foul. Dross went up and took the ball right after it came out of Elchis' hand, but they're going to call a foul on Macy Creer. That's her first, and the first foul on Oskaloosa in the half. Hannah Elchis to shoot 2. She's a 44.4% free throw shooter for Norwalk, and the first one in, out, and in. Norwalk is a team shooting 52.2% at the line. Olivia Johnson out Kennedy right back in for Norwalk, and into the game, Kara Schmidt, a 5'9 senior, in for Norwalk for the first time. As Belize gets a break. Elchis' second is up and in, got them both. And Elchis will come out to be replaced by Elise Wormerskirchen, a 5'8 junior. Indians down 11-6. They have not led. That's Norwalk's biggest advantage. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Ball tipped out of bounds in front of the Norwalk bench on the far side. Indians will keep it with 3.7 to go in the quarter. Kelderman inbound for Holmberg. Fires from near the three-point line, off the glass, off the rim. No, and that's the quarter. After one, Norwalk 11, Oskaloosa 6. Second quarter in a minute on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
Last year, the Bank Iowa team completed almost 9,000 community service hours. Oofta! That's more hours than a year contains. It's refreshing to see a bank that cares. That's actually why I chose to bank with Bank Iowa. They're a local bank that invests in community, and the community that matters most is the one that we're both a part of. Visit your local Bank Iowa location to learn more about our personal, commercial, and agricultural banking services, or go online to bankiowa.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For all your home and business pest management needs, call Certified Pest Control of Oskaloosa. Beth and I offer better prices, better service, same-day responses, and satisfaction guaranteed. We are the only pest control company locally owned and operated. Remember, termites on your property will lead to wood structural damage. So call now for your termite inspection and ask about termite pre-treatment of new construction. We also offer bed bug heat treatments. For seasonal or monthly pest control at the guaranteed lowest prices in the area, call Certified Pest Control, 641-295-0700. We are licensed to kill.
Norwalk will inbound at midcourt to start the second quarter, but the officials not allowing play to go on for some reason. An issue with the scorer's table, it appears. Okay. Now Norwalk will inbound, leading 11-6 over Oskaloosa. Buys around a double screen to the left. Gives back for Schmidt, who drives in the lane, dumps down low. Shot by Wormerskirchen doesn't go. Battle for the rebound, and a foul called against Norwalk. That'll be on Elise Wormerskirchen, her first foul. That's 4 on Norwalk in the half. Indians will face full court pressure now as Kelderman inbounding length of the floor. Kelderman to Denberger. Now they back off in the press, and Murley will bring it across from left to right. Denberger on the near side, and she carried the ball. Trying to get around a player. 6th Oskaloosa turnover. Indians with Drost, Creer, Holmberg, Denberger, and Kelderman on the floor. Beiser on a double screen to the left. Gives it back for Schmidt on the left wing. Now Schmidt driving right of the lane. Tried to get it down low for Kennedy Wright, and last touch by an Oskaloosa player. Norwalk will inbound at baseline right, attacking the basket to our left. Lammers, who's back in on the throw-in. Throws it into the block for Wormerskirchen. Now Lammers, a three from the right corner, doesn't go. And rebound Drost. 11-6, Indians trail with 7:15 to go in the half. Creer for Denberger, left sideline. Dribbled toward the top of the key. Gives her Kelderman left wing pass, intended for Drost, overthrown and picked off, the 7th Oskaloosa turnover. Bison to the front court, far side, faked a screen to the top, now dribbles toward the corner. Gives it back for Schmidt, around a screen to the free throw line. Schmidt is stopped, shovels it back for Bice. She's double teamed. Back for Lammers on top. Lammers driving right of the lane. Wormerskirchen. Now they swing it back on top. Schmidt thought about a three. She'll drive in the lane, tried to pull up a shot. It hit an Indian hand and went out of bounds. The ball will stay with Norwalk. Gianna Belize back into the game for Norwalk as Bice gets her first rest. Amanda Fay back in for the Indians. And so is Kaylee Johnson. Here's a shot in the lane by Wormerskirchen is short. Battle for the rebound, and they call a held ball, and this will go to Oskaloosa on the possession arrow. Indians trailing 11-6, 6:27 to go in the half, facing the full court pressure. Holmberg in for Kaylee Johnson, far side for Fay. Looks, gives back for Johnson, bringing to the front court on the far side. Johnson into the lane, was tied up, moved through the crowd, and shot off the glass and scored. Kaylee Johnson's first basket, 11-8. Indians trail with 6:10 to go in the half. Belizzi around his screen to the right, going all the way. Layup try doesn't go. Kaylee Johnson the rebound. Johnson's lead pass was broken up and taken away by Belizzi on the 8th Oskaloosa turnover. Belizzi into the front court to the far side. Gives back for Lammers outside the arc on the right. Bounce pass on top for Schmidt. Schmidt driving in the lane. Bounce pass for right, left block. Pass knocked away, taken away by Fay, and we got a foul. That's on Kira Schmidt. That's her first. 5 team fouls on Norwalk in the half with 5:40 to go till halftime. Olivia Johnson back in for Norwalk, and Wright will check out. When warm-up started, Norwalk only had 7 players come onto the floor. The rest of their roster was playing in the junior varsity game, which Norwalk won 41-32. Holmgren into the front court on the near side with 5.5 to go in the half. And a foul away from the ball against Oskaloosa. And who was that on?
In the game, number 14, Elches.
I didn't catch who that foul was committed by. Hannah Elches is back in the game for Norwalk as the Warriors have the ball with 5:20 to go in the half and an 11-8 lead. Olivia Johnson driving right in the lane. Layup try doesn't go. Rebound tipped and goes out of bounds at the baseline, and it will stay with Norwalk. Belizzi on the inbound. Baseline left. Attacking the basket to our left. Gives for Elches, standing on the three-point line. Pass on the left block for Belizzi. Kicks it back on top for Schmidt. Rainbow 3 is short, and Lindsay Holmberg the Oskaloosa rebound. 5 minutes to go in the half. Indians down 3. Kelderman left wing of the bend of the arc for Fay. Left block shot on Olivia Johnson. Shot off the glass too strong, and a foul on the Indians battling for the rebound. That'll be on Kaylee Johnson. Third foul on the Indians. Second, her first, third team foul. Ashley Drost in for Oskaloosa. Amanda Fay out. I don't know if there's a trouble with putting up the fouls on the scoreboard or the officials aren't making clear who is committing the fouls. Olivia Johnson, right wing, gives it for Schmidt in the free throw circle. Shovels back for Johnson on the right. Johnson trying to drive on Drost, instead goes back to the top and gives for Belizzi with 4:28 to go in the half. Belizzi yo-yos the dribble, gives for Johnson, driving in the right wing. Pulls up, bounce pass in the block for Schmidt, splits 2 defenders, scores. They wave it off for a travel. Fourth Norwalk turnover. Indians get it back with 4:19 to go in the half. Macy Creer in, Kaylee Johnson out for Oskaloosa. Kelderman on the inbound against the full court press. Looking for somebody, still looking. She didn't get it in. You've got 5 seconds to inbound the ball, and the Indians weren't able to do that. So it's Norwalk on the inbound baseline right with Lammers to throw it in. Finds Elches, left block. Her shot hit the side of the glass, but she was fouled, and Elches to the line.
Foul on number 30, Denver.
Marley Denberger with a foul.
Her first, team 4th.
That's her first, the team's 4th. Elches is first to round it in. Elches 3 of 3 at the line with 5 points. Jocelyn Bice back in for Norwalk, replacing Jaden Lammers. And the Indians take a short timeout. We'll keep it here then. 4:17 to go in the half. Norwalk leading Oskaloosa 12-8. Scoring pretty well even out for Oskaloosa. Johnson, Denberger, and Drost with a basket apiece. Fay and Holmberg with 1 free throw apiece. For Norwalk, Belize with 7 and Elchis with 5. They're the only 2 Norwalk players who have scored this afternoon. Indians looking for their second win of the conference season, and it would be their second against Norwalk. Elchis with free throw number 2 on the way, and that's around and out. Olivia Johnson, the rebound for Norwalk. 12-8 Norwalk. And the Warriors will set up again. Bice outside the arc on the left. Gives it for Johnson, left corner, coffin corner. Bounce pass for Elchis. Almost lost the dribble, and a foul as she was driving to the basket. I think it was before she got a shot away. This is on Denberger. It's her second and the 5th Oskaloosa team foul. And Elchis will go back to the line to shoot 2 with 3:59 to go in the half. First free throw by Elchis up and in. Kaylee Johnson back in for Oskaloosa, replacing Marley Denberger. Indians with Drost, Johnson, Kelderman, Creer, and Holmberg on the floor. Elchis' second free throw up and in. She got them both. Elchis with 7. Norwalk with a 14-8 lead. Their biggest of the game. They haven't trailed. Kelderman, left wing near the sideline. Dribbles toward the baseline, made a nice fake, got to the baseline, but her pass was out of Kaylee Johnson's reach and goes out of bounds. 10th Oskaloosa turnover. Norwalk ball with 3:44 to go in the half. On senior day in Oskaloosa. Bison to the front court for Johnson, left wing out high. Johnson gives it off for Belize on the left wing. Lost the handle on the dribble. Still trying to keep the dribble. The ball got away to Bice for Elchis on top. A pass on the far side goes out of bounds, and it will go to Oskaloosa on the 5th Norwalk turnover. Norwalk with Schmidt, Elchis, Belize, Bice, and Olivia Johnson on the floor. Indians inbound facing full court pressure. Holmberg on the dribble as they back off of the press with 3:15 to go in the half. Holmberg right wing for Creer near the right sideline. High post right Kelderman for Holmberg driving left to the lane. Ball was poked away and taken away by Elchis. 11th Oskaloosa turnover. Bice driving all the way from the left wing and scoring. Jocelyn Bice's first basket. 16-8 Norwalk, and an Oskaloosa timeout. It's a full timeout. 2:49 to go in the half. Norwalk 16, Oskaloosa 8. Back in a minute on KBOE FM and the No Coast Network.
We all need help from time to time, especially during life's health transitions. Whether you're getting back on your feet or looking for a new place to call home, Care Initiatives is here. For over 25 years, we've helped Iowans maintain independence and quality of life. Rehabilitation, skilled nursing, long-term care, hospice care. No matter what life brings, our team of experts are ready. Care Initiatives for life's health transitions.
Hello, this is Wade Davidson, owner of Rock Island Tap, and I want to invite you to come down and check out the tap. We are excited to offer you 59 various beer selections, including 24 craft and domestic beers. We not only offer unique beers, but we can get you mixed drinks, wine, and my famous vodka and Jameson Bloody Marys. We are looking forward to offering lots of events and live music. You're going to want to keep updated on all activities and live music, so be sure to like us on Rock Island Tap Facebook page or call 641-676-ROCK for more information. Come on down to Rock Island Tap, relax, and enjoy a few with us.
Norwalk breaking their huddle now with 2:49 to go in the half, and the Warriors with their biggest lead at 16-8 over Oskaloosa. Pressure in the backcourt. Kaylee Johnson Brings it across for Oskaloosa. Now from AC Creer left wing. Kelderman left corner. Back off for Creer. And a pass intended for Kelderman broken up. Emma gets it back. No from back call. Creer lobs it for Drost left block for Kelderman on the right wing. Driving to the lane. Shot no and a foul. And Emma to shoot 2 with 2:27 to go in the half. Olivia Johnson commits the foul. That is her second. That is 6 on Norwalk. So the next foul will put Oskaloosa in the 1-1 with 2:27 to go in the half. Kelderman, the left-hander, makes the first free throw. Emma, a 42.9% free throw shooter. Oskaloosa as a team, 50.9%. But in their last 4 games, the Indians have been shooting 65.9% from the stripe. Olivia Johnson out, Kennedy Wright in for Norwalk. Kelderman makes the second, got them both. 16-10 Indians trail, 2:25 to go till halftime. Bice in the front court, around a screen to the right. Bice gonna go all the way, lay it up and off. Battle for the rebound, and Drost had it, and just as she had taken it away from Kara Schmidt, the officials call held ball, and the possession arrow favors Norwalk. On the inbound baseline right for Schmidt in the lane. Puts it up from close, no. And Aubrey Boonder, who just second in the game for Oskaloosa, got the rebound. Drost from the free throw line, driving, scoring off the glass. Drost with 4, the Indians within 4 at 16-12 with 1:53 to go in the half. Bice in the front court for Bellizzi high on the right side. Bellizzi with a drive to the basket, shot off the glass, around and in. Bellizzi with 9, 18-12 Norwalk. Minute and a half to go till halftime. Kelderman into the front court. Gives it off on the left wing for Holmberg. Down low for Drost. She couldn't hang on to it, but the ball was last touched by Kara Schmidt of Norwalk. Oskaloosa will keep it with 1:25 to go in the half. Kelderman on the inbound, baseline left. Deep for Kaylee Johnson on the left. Fake the 3. Kaylee in the lane. For Creer on the right. Back for Kaylee Johnson. Johnson for Boonder at the free throw line. Bounce pass intended for Drost. And they've either called a foul or a kick. They've called a foul, which will put Oskaloosa into the bonus. Right with the foul, her second, and that's 7 on Norwalk. And Ashley Drost will shoot a 1-1 for the Indians with 1:14 to play. Ashley, a 66.7% free throw shooter. Indians looking to cut the gap. Free throw is up and off. Ball runs to the near side. Drost tried to get it back, but it last touched her. And the ball goes to Norwalk with 1:12 to go in the half. Amanda Fay had checked out briefly and now comes back in to replace Ashley Drost. And Lindsay Holmberg back in for the Indians, replacing Boonder. Bellizzi on the right wing. She'll put up a 15-footer and hit it. Bellizzi with 11, 20-12 Norwalk. 54 seconds to go in the half. Holmberg right of the lane, lobs it for Kelderman, left coffin corner. Pass intended for Kaylee Johnson on top, tipped away by Schmidt. Kaylee Johnson gets it back for the Indians. 37 seconds to go in the half. Pass tipped and was tied up. Fay tying up Bice, and the possession arrow favors Oskaloosa with 32 seconds to go in the half. Kelderman to inbound at midcourt on the near side. Gives it for Holmberg. For Creer left wing at the arc. Back for Kelderman between the circles. Are the Indians going to go for the last shot? Doesn't seem like it. Entry pass for Creer, high post left, was tipped around, still loose on the floor. And apparently a Norwalk player had it, and they call timeout. It's a short timeout, so we'll keep it here with 14.1 seconds to go in the half. And Norwalk with a 22-12 lead over Oskaloosa. Norwalk has led throughout, and this equals their biggest lead. Closest the Indians have been was 7-6 in the first quarter. Gianna Belizzi with 11 points to lead the Norwalk scoring. Ashley Dross with 4 for Oskaloosa. 13 seconds to go in the half. Bice brings it across, run a double screen to the left for Lammers, who's back in high, top of the key. Here's a 3 from Bice from the left. That doesn't go. Rebound Booner, and the Indians don't have a chance to do anything with it. And our score at halftime on Senior Day in Oskaloosa is Norwalk 20 and Oskaloosa 12. We'll come back and sum up the first half when we come back to Oskaloosa High School in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBUE-FM and the No Coast Network.
If you think there's room for improvement in your investment game plan, or that maybe you should send in some new plays, take a time out and talk to an experienced investment professional. I'm Bob Auld of Robert Auld Investments, an investment advisor with over 31 years of experience in Oskaloosa and Southern Iowa. Let me help you find some new strategies. Call 673-9448 or 1-800-444-AULD.
Robert Auld is a registered representative offering securities and investment advisory services through SagePoint Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
Falvey Lumber and Hardware in Eddyville and Albia is dedicated to providing their customers with friendly service. Falvey Lumber and Hardware values your business and has made it their mission to provide reliable products and services with their customer-driven approach. Falvey's courteous professional team is able to support a range of services to meet your requirements. Falvey Lumber and Hardware in Eddyville and Albia. In Eddyville, call 969-4814 or Albia 932-2150.
At Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, getting your prescription filled is easy. The large covered drive-thru and easy access to the front door is convenient, and the friendly staff is always ready to help you. With a variety of goods and home decor, Mahaska Drug is sure to have the perfect gift for any occasion. Have your favorite photos developed and framed at Mahaska Drug's framing counter, and cherish your memories for years to come. It's all at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, where they have been committed to a healthy community for over 20 years. Call 673-3439 or stop in today.
Hawkeye Real Estate is your one-stop source for everything real estate in Mahaska County and the surrounding area. Whether commercial, residential, or acreages, we've got you covered with the area's largest pool of real estate professionals, full-time support staff, and property management services. With over $19 million in sales volume for 2016, Hawkeye continues to be Oskaloosa's leading real estate office. Discover what thousands already know. When it's time to make a move, get the Hawkeye Edge.
Welcome back to Oskaloosa High School. I'm Joe Lancella. We're at halftime. Girls High School basketball. The Norwalk Warriors leading the Oskaloosa Indians 20-12 at intermission. And this one seems like when the Indians get close, Norwalk is able to get another couple of points and pull away for a little bit. Norwalk has led the game throughout. They led 11-6 at the quarter. Their biggest lead is the one they have now, 8 points at 20-12. And Norwalk led offensively by senior Gianna Belizzi, who has a three-pointer and 4 twos for 11. Hannah Elchis has a basket, 5 of 6 at the line for 7. Jocelyn Bice has a basket for 2, and that is the Norwalk scoring. Jaden Lammers, Olivia Johnson, Elise Wormerskirchen, Kara Schmidt, and Kennedy Wright have all played and have not scored. Norwalk 5 of 6 at the line. All of those by Elchis for 83%. Unofficially 5 turnovers against Norwalk, and unofficially they have 7 rebounds, 2 on the offensive side. Norwalk with 11 points in the first quarter, 9 in the second, for their total of 20. Oskaloosa led by senior Ashley Drost with 2 baskets, 0 for 1 at the line for 4. Emma Kelderman 2 of 2 at the line for 2. Kaylee Johnson has a basket for 2. Marley Denberger has a basket for 2. Amanda Fay 1 of 2 at the line for 1. Lindsay Holmberg 1 of 2 at the line for 1. Macy Creer has played, and so has Aubrey Booner for Oskaloosa. and they have not scored. Indians 4 of 6 at the line, 66.7%. 11 turnovers against the Indians. And unofficially, Oskaloosa with 15 rebounds, 5 on the offensive side. Oskaloosa with 6 points in the first quarter and 6 in the second for their total of 12. As far as fouls go, Olivia Johnson has 2 for Norwalk, the only player on their side with, I beg your pardon. Kennedy Wright also with 2 fouls for Norwalk. And for Oskaloosa, Marley Denberger has 2 fouls. And it's Norwalk in the lead at halftime, 20-12. As I mentioned, the playoffs for both these teams will get underway on Wednesday night in Class 3A play. Class 4A play. I'll get to 3A in a second. That'll be again on Wednesday night with the Oskaloosa Indians going to Washington. Washington had a win over Oskaloosa this season, 54-32 back on January the 14th. We'll have the game from Washington on KBOE FM. Our coverage will start at 6:45, tip-off at 7. We will also have video of the game on KBOEradio.com. So we'll have all the coverage of that. If the Indians do win, they would play Saturday night, the 16th, at Marion, which was ranked number 1 of the state in Class 4A in the last poll. The 4A and 5A final rankings won't be released until Wednesday. Also in Class 4A in Region 8, Norwalk will be playing at Knoxville on Wednesday night, with the winner to play at Pella on the 16th. And Grinnell getting a first-round bye in Class 4A Region 8. They will host either ADM or Carlisle on Saturday the 16th. In Class 4A Region 4, Newton will be at Bondurant Farrar on Wednesday night. 4A Region 2, Dallas Intergrams will host Winterset on the 13th. 5A Region 3, Indianola will open play at Johnston on February 16th. And in 5A Region 6 girls, Ottumwa will host Des Moines Hoover on Wednesday the 13th. I mentioned Class 3A. That gets underway tonight with a few games. EBF will be at South Tama. We'll have that on KMZN AM and FM. Our coverage will start at 6:45 tonight. Eric Zamora will have the play-by-play of that for you starting at 7. That'll be on KMZN. Other games tonight in Class 3A Region 7. Davis County at Centerville, Albia at PCM, and Sheraton at North Polk. Class 2A play starts tonight. In Region 6, Pella Christian will be at Pleasantville for a 7 o'clock game. The winner of that contest will play Pekin on Tuesday night, and that will be here in Oskaloosa at 7 o'clock. Also in Class 2A Region 6 tonight, Cardinal Eldon is at Wayne in Corridon. Our halftime score once again is Norwalk 20, Oskaloosa 12. We'll be back for the start of the second half when we come back in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBOE FM and the No Coast Network.
My name is Luke Harris, and I'm proud to be a local farmer. Partnering with Lighton State Bank helps me in my farming enterprise to make sound day-to-day decisions from a financial perspective, because they provide the financial stability and advice that I need to run my business the way it needs to be ran.
Staying healthy has just gotten quicker and easier. Pella Regional Health Center's walk-in clinic is there when you need it. And now you can reserve your spot with convenient online reservations. Goodbye waiting room. Hello walk-in reservations. Go to www.pellahealth.org/walk-in to reserve your spot at Pella Regional's walk-in clinic. Pella Regional Health Center, providing healthcare and healing services with Christian compassion.
Fred's Muffler Shop in Oskaloosa has been a family-owned and operated business for over 55 years and is proud to support our community and the student athletes in it. Fred's Muffler provides their customers with bumper-to-bumper quality work done with hometown dependability and competitive prices. Come see what's new at Fred's Muffler Shop in the brand new showroom located at 1214 A Avenue West in Oskaloosa.
Hey, did you know there's a great way to shop your local businesses and save money? It's called Big Deals. Log on to kboeradio.com and click the Big Deals logo. You'll find gift certificates at discounted prices from businesses like your Oskaloosa Hy-Vee, Mahaska Drug, Brown Shoe Fit, Nailed It, Book Vault, and many more Oskaloosa and area businesses. Shop local and save big at Big Deals. Log on to kboeradio.com and click the Big Deals logo to start saving today.
Back at Oskaloosa High School, I'm Joe Lancello. Senior day for the Indians, but they are trailing Norwalk 20-12. Final regular season game for both the Oskaloosa and Norwalk girls, as they'll go into the Class 3A playoffs starting on Wednesday night. Remember, it's Coaches versus Cancer here at Oskaloosa High School today as well. There's a silent auction going on in the lobby with proceeds going toward the Cancer Center at Mahaska Health Partnership. So if you haven't made your way down here yet, come on over. Worth the price of admission and worth making a bid for the silent auction to help kick cancer's butt. Norwalk on the inbound to start the second half, going from left to right in the traveling purple with white. Lammers left wing at the free throw line for Belizzi, driving the lane, shot up and off. Emma Kilderman rebounding for Oskaloosa. Indians going from right to left in the home white with maroon. Kaylee Johnson, right wing, back for Holmberg. Now Drost right block, turnaround shot, up and in. Ashley with 6. The Indians within 6 at 20-14. 30 seconds played in quarter number 3. Lammers left wing, guarded by Kaylee Johnson. Back off for Bice at the top of the key. The freshman gives it for Elchis outside the arc on the right. Elchis looking inside the zone, can't find anything. Finds Belizzi, right baseline, back off for Elchis. Elchis for Lammers, driving from the left wing to the top of the key. For Bice, now for Elchis on the far side. Belizzi high post left, driving to the basket, shot over the backboard and out of bounds. Indians ball with 6:54 to go in the third. We've only had one three-point basket made by either team in this game, and that was by Norwalk. Dross, right block turnaround, that doesn't go. Olivia Johnson, the Norwalk rebound. 6:40 to go in the third. Bites in the front court, stops at the free throw line, gives it back for Belizzi, who'll drive the lane. Now Elchis, right baseline, kicks it out left corner for Bice. She'll try a 3 and hit it. Me and my big mouth. Bice with 5. She's a 26% free throw shooter, but she hasn't tried that many tonight. Holmberg trying to dribble against a double team and lost the ball. Belizzi on the takeaway, and she'll lay it up and in. Belizzi with 13, 25-15 Norwalk with their biggest lead. Just over 6 minutes to play in the third. Kelderman driving left of the lane, throws it across the lane for Drost. Shot doesn't go. Olivia Johnson the rebound. And a foul on Kelderman, as Olivia Johnson was trying to get away. First foul on Kelderman, first on the Indians in the half. Marley Denberger out for Oskaloosa, and Macy Creer back into the Indians lineup. Norwalk on the inbound into the front court with Bice, high on the right side for Olivia Johnson. Left wing for Lammers. Kelderman tried to reach in for a steal, didn't get it. Elchis on the top. Elchis driving right of the lane, stopped by Drost. Off for Bice, left corner, 3 is off. Olivia Johnson with the Norwalk rebound. Just her third offensive board of the night. Lammers with a wide open 3, high left, and it's good. Jaden Lammers' first bucket. 28-14 Norwalk. They're off to an 8-2 start on the quarter. Here's a Drost Drive from the right, around and out, and a foul. Ashley to the free throw line to shoot 2. Olivia Johnson admits the foul. That's her 3rd. First player in the game to reach 3 fouls. Draw 6 points on the game. 0 for 1 at the line tonight. Trying to get the Indians back in. Makes the first. Marley Denberger back in for Oskaloosa to replace Kelderman. And Kennedy Wright in for Norwalk to replace Olivia Johnson with the 3 fouls. Drost with 7 points tonight. She's leading Oskaloosa in scoring. Second free throw up and in. 28-16. Indians down by a dozen with 5:13 to go in the third. Bice in the front court. Left wing, Belizzi driving to the basket. Denberger got a piece of the ball. The shot didn't go, and Drost the Oskaloosa rebound. Holmberg for Kaylee Johnson on the near side as the Indians go right to left. Johnson's progress was stopped, and they called her for travel. 13th Oskaloosa turnover. Women's college basketball today, it was William Penn beating Baker 68-48. No word yet on the men's game. Belizzi between the circles for Norwalk, guarded by Lindsay Holmberg. For Bice on the left wing, pulls up near the block and scores. Bice with 7. 30-16 Norwalk, equaling their biggest lead. Creer right corner for Drost, middle of the lane. Back off for Creer outside the arc on the right. For Holmberg into the lane, 12-footer doesn't go. Lammers the rebound. Belizzi in the front court with 4:17 to go. Belizzi going all the way and letting it up and in. 15 for Belizzi. 32-16 Norwalk. Just over 4 minutes to play in the third. Full court press again from Norwalk. Holmberg dribbling against it into the front court on the far sideline, and a foul called as she was trying to drive the sideline to the far side. And a foul called against Hannah Elchis of Norwalk, her first. And the second team foul on the Warriors in the second half. Kaylee Johnson out, Marley Denberger back in for Oskaloosa as the Indians inbound baseline right. Holmberg right corner for Drost in the right block. For Creer, she'll drive toward the baseline. Get it back to Drost. It was a low pass. And that will be a reach-in foul on one of the Norwalk players. It's on Kennedy Wright, and that's her third. Wright and Olivia Johnson are the two primary low post players for Norwalk, and they both have 3 fouls now. Here's a pass for Holmberg in the lane. Shot, no, and a foul. And Lindsay to the line with 3:44 to go in the third. And Wright just committed her 4th foul. And the 4th team foul on Norwalk. Holmberg's first free throw short. So Kennedy Wright will come out, and Kara Schmidt, a 5'9" senior, comes in for Norwalk. The tallest Norwalk players in foul trouble. The second free throw by Holmberg is no good. Missed both. And Elchis the rebound. 32-16 Norwalk, 3:36 to go in the third. Lammers left corner. And the left block for Elchis. For right wing Belizzi, back for Elchis. Left corner Bice with a rainbow 3. That's off. Denberger the Oskaloosa rebound. 3:22 to go in the half. The Indians down 16. Holmberg for Kelderman outside the arc on the left. Back for Holmberg, dribbling toward the left corner. Gives back for Kelderman between the circles for Denberger. Marley left-hand dribble to the free throw line. Stops off for Kelderman for check that. Creer on the right wing. Entry pass for nobody in a white shirt. And the ball came loose. And a foul called on Oskaloosa on Marley Denberger. That will be her third, and the second on Oskaloosa in the second half. Norwalk on the inbound midcourt on the near side with 2:56 to go in the third. Norwalk outscoring the Indians 12-4 in this third frame. Bice from the left wing, pull up, shot off the glass and in. Bice with 9, 7 in this third quarter. 34-16 Norwalk. And off the inbound, it's stolen by Norwalk. Bice a drive, shot off the glass, no good. Kelderman the rebound. Under 2.5 to play in the third. Denberger in the front court, around a draw screen, into the lane against the triple team. Shot doesn't go. Marley got her own rebound. She's in awfully deep, trying to force it up. That didn't go. And the rebound finally corralled in the near corner by Belizzi. 2:11 to go in the third. Elchis right wing. They swing it back out for Bice. High left three is up. Off the rim, no. Rebound tipped. It goes out of bounds on the far sideline, and it will be Oskaloosa ball. Kaylee Johnson and Aubrey Boonder will come back into the game for Oskaloosa. Creer and Holmberg will sit down. Kelderman, Kaylee Johnson, Boonder, Drost and Denberger, the 5 on the floor for Oskaloosa, who inbound far sideline near the corner against the full court press. They back off the press. Kaylee Johnson to the front court on the far side with under 2 minutes to go in the third. Kaylee stopping the baseline for Kelderman in the lane, driving, fouled. And Emma will shoot 2. Kara Schmidt with the foul. That's her second. That's 5 on Norwalk in the half. Kelderman to the line. 2 of 2 at the stripe tonight. Free throw up and in. Indians trailing 34-17. With 1:51 to go in the third quarter. Left-hander's second free throw is around and in. Emma 4 of 4 at the line tonight. The Indians cut it to 34-18. 1:48 to go in the third. Belizzi into the lane, kicks it back off. Now, Bice on the left, on top for Belizzi. Belizzi started to drive left lane, gives it to Bice. She'll drive the baseline, pull up 6-footer. No good. Kaylee Johnson, the Oskaloosa rebound. 1:30 to go in the half. Johnson between the circles, driving through the lane. Stop, was tied up, or we have a foul. It is going to be a foul on Norwalk, and that is team foul 6 on the Warriors. It's on Hannah Elchis, her second. Oskaloosa will have the bonus on the next foul. Indians inbound from the far side. Kelderman backs up on the dribble for Denberger, top of the key for Drost, who was trying to split a double team and was fouled. Drost to the line for a 1-and-1. Jaden Lammers with the foul, her second, and that's 17 fouls on Norwalk. Drost at the line with 8 points, 2 of 3 at the line. This is a 1-and-1, and she made the front end. 34-19, Oskaloosa trailing with 1:11 to go in the third. Now, if the Indians can get to the line and make them, and also make some defensive stops, they can be back in this. Free throw off the bracket, off the top of the rim, no good, and Norwalk get the rebound. Elchis into the front court with a near side as Norwalk go left to right. Bice between the circles with 1 minute to go in the third. Bice for Elchis outside the arc, high right side. For Schmidt, high post right. As she starts to drive in, we've got a whistle and a foul. Aubrey Boonder commits the foul, her first, the third on Oskaloosa in the half. Norwalk inbound with 50.7 to go, and a pass for a wide open Elchis underneath to score a bunny. Elchis with 9, 36-19 Norwalk. 41 seconds to go in the third. Denberger's pass intended for Drost was broken up and picked off. 15th Indians turnover. Belizzi trying to dribble through the crowd. The ball squirted out. Comes for Drost, or check that for Bice on the far side. Her 8-footer doesn't go. Denberger the rebound. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter, rather. And Schmidt called for a reach-in foul on Drost, who was trying to get a pass near the right block. And that is Schmidt's third foul, the 8th on Norwalk. So the three tallest Norwalk players in foul trouble. Wright with 4, Schmidt with 3, Olivia Johnson with 3. Drost at the line for a 1-and-1 and makes the front end. 10 points for Ashley tonight. 36-20 is the Indians' gap with 16.5 to go in the third. Second free throw for Drost, and she makes that. Ashley with a dozen, 36-21, Oskaloosa trail. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Bice between the circles to the left. Lammers left wing near the corner. Back off for Belizzi to shoot a 3. That's off the bracket, no good. And the rebound will come off to the near side. Nobody will get it, and that's the quarter. After 3, Norwalk 36, Oskaloosa 21. Fourth quarter in a minute on KBOE FM and the No Coast Network.
You got to worry about an adrenaline dump. This guy either doesn't know what he's doing, or he's extremely confident in himself to walk out to something like this. Raining down the paint now. You're the main event. You've been waiting all night to fight. It's all bottled up.
Your winner. Your station for classic hits and local programming is 99.5 FM and 740 AM KMZN. Hear artists like Hart, Billy Joel, Huey Lewis, Stevie Wonder, The Beatles, Journey, and many more. KMZN is also where you'll find the game of the week. Wake up with Bob's Morning Brew weekdays at 6 a.m. and catch Brother Dave in the afternoon. It's all on 99.5 FM and 740 AM KMZN. Listen online at radiokmzn.com and with the free smartphone app available at Google Play and the iStore.
The Indians have made only 5 baskets tonight, compared to 11 free throws. So if Oskaloosa can start scoring 2 or maybe 3 at a time instead of 1 at a time, they can get back into this. They're trailing 36-21 as we start the final 8 minutes. Holmberg, right wing for Kelderman between the circles. Oskaloosa going right to left in the fourth quarter. Kelderman top of the key, Drost left wing of the bend of the arc. Gives it for Kaylee Johnson in the free throw circle. Kaylee off for Holmberg on the right wing. On top for Denberger, or on to draw screen, shooting off the mark. And Elchis the rebound. She's had a solid game for Norwalk. And a foul on Denberger, and that is her fourth team foul. Denberger, the only Oskaloosa player with more than 1 foul. So Macy Creer comes back into the Indians lineup. Creer, Kaylee Johnson, Drost, Holmberg, and Kelderman, the 5 on the floor for Oskaloosa. Bice driving through the crowd in the middle of the lane. Shot doesn't go. Ashley Drost the rebound. 7:16 to go in the fourth. Kelderman for Drost left block. Back off for Holmberg. Jumper is short. Schmidt the rebound. For Belizzi into the front court. Driving, scoring, and a foul. Belizzi with 15 points and a chance to add to it after the foul on Oskaloosa's Macy Creer, her second and fourth team foul. 38-21 Norwalk with 7 minutes to play. Check that 5th Oskaloosa team foul. Belizzi with the free throw. She has 18. Aubrey Boonder will come back into the game for Oskaloosa. And Holberg will sit down. 7 minutes to play. Oskaloosa trailing 36-21. At the hands of Norwalk, the only team that Oskaloosa has beaten in conference play this year. Full court pressure from Norwalk. Kaylee Johnson in the front court far side. Pulls up at the three-point line for Drost right block. Back for Kaylee Johnson, the right baseline. Try to get a shot, gives it back for Kelderman, high right. Drost in the right block, turnaround shot on Schmidt, around and in. 13 for Ashley Drost. 39-23, Indians trail. 6:28 to play. Schmidt driving toward the right block. Progress stopped by Drost. Kicks it back out for Bice. Bice driving the lane through 3 players. Shot off the bracket and drops in. Bites with 11. She only had 2 in the first half. And her coming alive offensively has helped Norwalk get this lead, which is now their biggest, 41-23, with just over 6 minutes to play. Kelderman left wing, Drost in the lane, double team, kicks it back out for Kaylee Johnson. Fake the shot, and her pass picked off by Bice. Bice on the run, driving, layup, no, but a foul. Jocelyn Bice to the line with 5:46 to play. Macy Creer with the foul, her third. It's Oskaloosa's 6th. So Norwalk will have a chance at a 1-and-1 here on the next Oskaloosa foul. Bice, a 45.5 free throw shooter, 45.5% free throw shooter, makes the first. Amanda Fay and Lindsay Holmberg back in for Oskaloosa as Drost and Boonder check out. Belizzi has checked out for Norwalk as Bice makes the second free throw, got them both. 43-23, Norwalk with a 20-point lead. Fay right block, trying to move on Schmidt, does. Shot off the glass too far, and Bice the rebound. 5.5 to play. Left wing jumper from Schmidt from 12 is short. Rebound Elchis in the lane, ball was poked away. Elchis getting it back. Elchis right corner for Lammers. Now this one to the far side for Schmidt. Thrown into the right block for, or left block for Wimmerskirchen, who's back in the game. Elchis started to drive, ran into an Oskaloosa player. No foul called, and Norwalk keep the ball. Lammers top of the key with under 5 minutes to play. For Bice driving left wing. Kicks it off for Elchis on the right. Whistle. And contact away from the ball on the Indians. And that'll be Oskaloosa foul 7. Kaylee Johnson's second foul. That's 7 on the Indians. Johnson out. Aubrey Boonder back in for Oskaloosa. As Henna Elchis will shoot a 1-and-1 for Norwalk with 4:54 to go. Trying to add to a 43-23 lead. Makes the first free throw, one more on the way. Elchis 6 of 7 at the line tonight. She has 10 points. 3 Norwalk players in double figures. Elchis makes the second as well. 45-23 Norwalk. Olivia Johnson comes back into the game for Norwalk to replace Elchis. Inbounding against full court pressure, but then Norwalk backed it off. Holmberg for Kelderman high on the left side with 4:44 to go. For Fay, left block against a double team. Shot off the glass and in. Amanda Fay with 3. 45-25 Indians trail with 4:35 to go. Left corner 3 is up. High off the bracket from Lambert. Shot is out of bounds. It will go to Oskaloosa. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBOE-FM in Oskaloosa. I'm Joe Lancello with you from Oskaloosa High School, where the Indians trail Norwalk 45-25 on senior night. And we've got the boys game with Oskaloosa and Norwalk coming up. That should be a dandy. Norwalk ranked number 2 in the state, and they are the Little Hawkeye Conference champions for the 18-19 season. Holmberg into the front court. Kelderman outside the arc on the left, dribbles toward the top. Emma stops, gives her career on top. 3 on the way, off the bracket, no. Off the rim, no. Rebound, Fay, put back up and off. Battle for the rebound, Fay has it again. For career on the far sideline, Macy driving to the baseline, lost the ball, but it's last touch by Macy out of bounds. And goes to Norwalk with 3:56 to play. Kaylee Johnson in, Lindsay Holmberg out for Oskaloosa. Indians with Kaylee Johnson, Fay, Drost, Kelderman, and Creer on the floor. Olivia Johnson, right wing, driving on Fay, going all the way, and will lay it up and in. Olivia Johnson's first basket, 47-25. Norwalk in front, equaling their biggest lead with 3:38 to play. Johnson to the front court on the far side, double team. Ball was poked away. Johnson gets it back, but no, now they call over and back on the Indians. Unofficially, the 18th Oskaloosa turnover. Marley Denberger in for the Indians again. And Jillian Jennings, a 5'8 sophomore, in the game for the first time for Oskaloosa. Joining Drost, Creer, and Kaylee Johnson on the floor. Bice around his screen to the right. Gives it for Lammers. Now Schmidt on the left. Pass in the left block, Olivia Johnson. Kicks it out for Schmidt outside the arc on the right. Back in the block for Olivia Johnson, driving in a foul with 3:10 to play. Team foul 8 on Oskaloosa. It's on Jillian Jennings, her first. Olivia Johnson, a 48.6% free throw shooter at the line for Norwalk, shooting 2, and the first one off the bracket, no good. Norwalk will improve to 6-15 on the season and 3-10 on the conference. Oskaloosa will go to 2-18 overall, 1-12 in the conference. 48-25 Norwalk, as Johnson made 1 out of 2. Denberger between the circles. Left-hand dribble in the lane, puts it up from 10, shot doesn't go, but a foul. Marley to the line with 2:58 to play. That's on Jocelyn Bice, her first, 9th team foul on Norwalk. This is a 2-shot foul, but the next foul will give Oskaloosa the double bonus. Denberger makes the first. Marley, a 49% free throw shooter. And the senior with 3 points tonight. Second free throw, up and in, got both. 48-27, Oskaloosa trailing with 2:57 to play. Bison to the front court. To the left wing for Schmidt, who drives the lane, dumps for a wide open Olivia Johnson to score. Olivia with 5, 50-27 Norwalk with 2:41 to play. Jennings top of the key, Denberger left wing, 15-footer good. Denberger with 6, 50-29, Indians trail under 2.5 to play. Pass down low for Olivia Johnson. Kaylee Johnson tried to tie it up. Norwalk get the ball back. Schmidt left wing drive, dumped down low, intended for Olivia Johnson, off an Oskaloosa body part, and the ball goes out of bounds. Aubrey Boonder and Emma Kelderman back in for Oskaloosa, replacing Kaylee Johnson and Jillian Jennings. Lammers on the inbound baseline right with 2:17 to play. Gives it left block. Olivia Johnson tried to force her way through players. Didn't get a shot away. Norwalk still with it. Schmidt driving in the lane. Back off for Bice. Bice driving in the lane. Kicks it back off for Lammers, high right, as we near the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Bice from the right wing around the arc to the far side now for Lammers. She'll hand it for Schmidt, who'll drive into the lane, dump it down low for Olivia Johnson. Progress blocked by Drost. Norwalk kick it back out with 1:45 to play. Bice on the top, hands to the far side for Lammers. Pass down low, finds an open Schmidt, who scores. Kara Schmidt's first basket. 52-29. Norwalk's biggest lead with 1:26 to play. Ball is tipped out of bounds on the far side. Indians will keep the ball, and Norwalk will make major changes. Lauren Bice, the older sister of Jocelyn, a 5'7" senior, 5'7" juniors in the game for the first time. Aubrey Blanco, a 5'9" junior, will check in for Oskaloosa to replace Drost. Indians on the inbound, hash mark far side. Denberger, left block, shot doesn't go, but a foul. With 1:20 to play. Foul was on Mackenzie Korselman, a freshman. Her first. Denberger at the line to shoot 2, missed the first. 52-29 Norwalk with 1:20 to play on Oskaloosa's senior night. Denberger got the second, 1 out of 2. 7 from early tonight. 52-30 Indians trail. Alexis Suk up into the front court. Right wing for Bowles. Now driving left of the lane is Lauren Bice. That shot didn't go. Indians get the rebound. Kaylee Johnson in the front court. 1 minute to play in the ball game. Kilderman left wing. Blanco left block shot around and out. Bowles the rebound. 53 seconds to play. Bowles hands for Alexis Sukup. Start to drive left of the lane and a foul with 50.1 to play. Or 42.4 to play. Check that. Emma Kilderman with the foul. That's her second. The 9th Oskaloosa team foul. Alexis Sukup looking for her first point of the season and getting it right there with the first free throw. Alexis is a 5'6" sophomore. Her twin sister Emma also on the Norwalk basketball team. Ellie Henry, a 5'6" sophomore, into the game for the first time. As the seniors get a nice hand. Second free throw missed. Blanco the rebound. Brooke Allen also in the game for Oskaloosa. 53-30. Norwalk leading, 34 seconds of play. Henry between the circles. Gives for Allen. Started to drive right of the lane. Back off for Henry between the circles. Blanco for Kaylee Johnson. Blanco in the lane. Shot around and in. Aubrey with her first basket. 53-32. 12 seconds of play. Pull-up jumper by Sukup from 16 doesn't go. Kaylee Johnson the rebound. 4 seconds ago. Johnson into the lane. Shoots off, and that's the ball game. Norwalk finishes the regular season on a winning note as they beat the Oskaloosa Indians 53-32 in the regular season finale.
You've been listening to Oskaloosa Indians basketball on KBOE. Brought to you by Lighton State Bank, Northern Mahaska Specialty Care, Pella Printing, Edward Jones Investments, Oskaloosa Vision Center, Malcolm Lumber, Community First Credit Union, Mahaska Drug, Hawkeye Real Estate, Clow Valve Company, Robert Auld Investments, Certified Pest Control, Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, Falvey Lumber and Hardware, Bank Iowa, The Rock Island Tap, Quincy Place Mall, Fred's Muffler Shop, and Pella Regional Health Center. Your Keys to the Game sponsor is Craig Ford. This has been a presentation of the No Coast Network.